So good morning, everyone. We start with the fourth lesson of DBMS, that is SQL. So we know that SQL stands for Structured Query Language. So what will this database or this language do? It creates a database in a form of a table. So we call that the tables or the structure or a schema created by SQL is nothing but the relational database, where we write the queries to create the table. We write the queries to insert the data into the table. After the data has been inserted, we may write queries to modify the data, delete the data, update the data, join the different tables to extract the data, perform many different kinds of operations. So all this we will be doing in this lesson. So we will first see how to create a table, and then followed by that we will see how to use DDL language and DML language to insert and modify the details in the table. Okay. So when I write the command, we call that commands as query. Okay, and we are performing that query on a structured table or on a structured data. Therefore, we call it as a structured query language. Okay. So we had seen in first lesson that we have two types of languages. First is DDL, that is data definition language, and second one is DML, data manipulating language. Now, when I talk about data definition language, it is nothing but defining the structure of the table or defining the schema of the table. Now, how that schema and the structure will be defined? It will be defined in the form of rows and columns. So we'll be creating rows, we will be creating columns by using the command called as create table command. So this create table command comes under the category of data definition language. Why? Because we are defining the data or we are creating the data. So the data definition language allows the specification of not only the set of relation, but also information about each relation. So it does not only creates a relation. Relation means table. We know the alternative names for each and every part of the table. Table is called as relation, rows are called as tuple, and your columns are called as attributes. Okay. So it is, what is this data definition language doing? It is not only creating the structure of a relation, but it is also giving some information to that relation. What information it is? The schema of each relation. That means it is defining the structure of each and every table. After that, the domain value of domain value associated with each and every attribute. Now, if you remember, when I create a table, the table is created with a combination of rows and columns. So while I define the table, I have to also specify the number of rows, and I also have to specify the number of columns. So when I'm adding the columns, if you remember, we had talked about the domain values are atomic. That means every column or every row inside the table should have one single values, and that one single values are nothing but called as the domain values or the atomic value. So when I define the structure, that is when I define the schema, and whenever I specify the rows and columns, I have to see to it that the values inside those columns should be atomic, or they should have a domain values. Okay. Then second, integrity constraints. Now, what are constraints? Those are nothing but the conditions that are applied to a particular table. How do we apply the conditions? One of the way to apply the condition was keys. Do you remember how many keys are there in DBMS? Any one of you?
Two keys.
How many keys?
Two.
Which are those two keys?
Primary key and foreign key.
Only two keys were taught. What about other keys? Anybody else? What about other keys? Do you remember?
Unique
Yes. Sorry, Nishit?
Unique key.
Yes, you have candidate key, you have unique key, you have super key, you have primary key, and you have foreign keys. Okay. So we have divided these keys into some of the constraints. Some of them are called as integrity constraints. Some of them are called as referential constraint. Okay. What are those? Which are the different types of constraints that we are going to see in this chapter? Okay. So when I talk about data definition language, it is always about integrity constraints. So for now, just remember that primary key and unique key comes under your integrity constraint. Okay. So what was primary key? Can anyone tell me what was primary key?
It is a unique key.
A unique, a unique key for
It's
each table that identifies the row.
okay. For unique identification of a row, we require a primary key, and every value inside the primary key should be unique. Along with that, Sakshi has told something very correct, which is unique key plus not null. So the combination of unique plus not null is equal to primary key. So I cannot have primary key which can be kept as null, and I have to see to it that every value inside the primary key also should be unique. Okay. What about unique key? All the values should be unique. Okay, so we call those two keys as integrity constraint. So when I define the structure of a table, I have to see to it that I give the values inside the table as well as I maintain the integrity constraint. How will I maintain integrity constraint? By adding a primary key and by adding a unique key inside the table itself. When will I add? When I define the table. Okay. Next, the physical storage structure of each relation on the disk. Now, what is that physical storage structure? After the table is created, the table has to be stored in a database. And where is that database? The database is created in your system itself. So I will say that some part of the memory from your system will be allocated to your SQL, and all the tables and the database that you create will be under the memory utilized by that SQL. Okay, so next time when you come and if you want to retry the data, you do not have to start creating the table again and inserting the data. You simply have to give a query, or you have to write a query to extract those details. So how is this possible? This is possible because you have created the table already and you have stored it in the part of your memory inside the system. If you do not store it, you have to recreate the table every time whenever you want to extract. So if we store it in the memory, we do not have to recreate. We simply have to write the command to extract it. Okay. The next is domain types in SQL. Domain types are nothing but the data types in your SQL. So now when I will create a table and when I keep on adding the columns, every columns will be different. Some of the columns will have numbers to be stored. Some of the columns will have characters to be stored. So what will I do is, how will I define whether that table column is the column of integer or the table column is a column of characters? I define it by using this data types in SQL. I have to mention this data types in front of the column name. So what data types are supported? The first data type is char, that is character. Okay, so it is a fixed length character string with user specified length. So if I have a column which is going to store only characters, for example, name is a column. What will this name store? It will store only characters. So what I have to write in front of name is, when I create a column name, exactly next to name I have to write char, and in the end part I have to specify the length of the character. So what is the length of the character? It is from 0 to 255, correct? So I can specify any number between 0 to 255. So when I type 20 over there, for example, which means what? When a user is going to insert the data, the user is allowed to write only 20 characters. Why only 20 characters? Because I have specified the length as 20. Therefore, it is user specified length. If I keep 255, which means what? A user is allowed to have a characters up till 255. But when I define a character as a data type, can I have a value greater than 255? Will that support?
No.
No. Why? Because
No.
the specific length of your character is from 0 to 255. If you want to specify the characters greater than 255, what are you supposed to do is, you are supposed to make use of varchar. When I make use of varchar, what does a varchar say? That it is a variable length character. It is a variable length character string with user specified maximum length n. How much characters are how much characters are supported by your varchar? It is 62253 characters are supported. Okay. So if I want characters greater than 255, I have to use varchar in front of the column name. So it will allow me to have characters which are up till the length of 62253. Okay. So either I can specify character or I can specify varchar wherever I want to have string in my column. Again, both of them have restriction with number of length. If the length is small, you can always use char. If your length is more, you have to use varchar. But what is the condition? Whenever you use both, you have to specify the limit over here in the place of n. And you cannot cross the limit. And that limit is defined by the user itself. Is this clear up to here?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Next is integer. Now, for example, if I want to have numbers in my column, for example, if it is roll number, enrollment number, phone number, something like that. So what will I do? I have to make use of a data type called as int. So what is that integer? It is a finite subset of integers which is machine dependent. So I do not have to specify any values of integer. The system is going to take it automatically. I just have to declare the data type as int. So if I create a column called as roll number, what will I write the data type in front of it? Roll number as int. I do not have to specify any number for integer or nothing like that. If when I say integer, automatically whatever is the value of that integer, it will be taken by the machine itself. Okay. So in case of numbers, I have to use integer. Next is real or double precision, which means what? If I have floating point or double precision type of columns, in that case, I have to make use of this real or double precision. If the values are only float, that is floating point, decimal values here, 20.30 or 26.20, something like that. If you have decimal numbers or a floating point numbers, in that case, I have to make use of float. Okay. So if it is numbers, you can use either integer, real, double precision or float. But if it is strings or characters, you have to make either use of char or varchar. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can use all these types of database while creating the table. And where do you write these database? You write the names of these database in front of the column. Okay, we will see now how to create a we now see how to create a table inside SQL. So a SQL relation is defined using a create table command. SQL relation is defined means a table in an SQL is created by using a command called as create table
Ma'am,
command. Yes.
ma'am, can you full screen the PPT? It's half PPT and half Google Meet.
Okay. Actually, I want to show you the screen also because I'm going to execute now. So if I do this as full screen, I won't be able to show you that. Okay, चलो we'll do something. ठीक है, अभी दिख रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. So what are we doing? A command called as create table command is used to create a table inside your SQL. Okay. How is the syntax? Let us see that. Create table R. R means what? The name of a relation. So if I want to create a table student, what will I write in front of R is I will write student. Create table student. Open the round bracket. A1, D1. What is A1? A stands for?
Attribute 1.
Yes, A stands for attribute 1 and D1 stands for data type 1. Okay, that we just studied. So mention the first attribute, that is the first column. Specify the data type for that column. If you want to add more columns, put comma. Comma means what? You are adding a second column. Name of the second column as attribute 2. Data type of a second column as D2. Again, if you are adding one more column, put comma. Attribute 3, data type 3. Again, if you are adding a column, put comma. Attribute 4, data type 4. Okay. Now, after all the attributes are added, you can add integrity constraints also. So if you want to add integrity constraint after the attribute, put comma. Integrity constraint 1, comma. Integrity constraint 2, that is primary key, null, not null, unique key. Whatever constraints you want to add, you write those constraints separated by comma. But now, initially, we won't add this integrity constraint unless we study how to add. So for now, we will just create the table. So forget this integrity part that is mentioned. Okay. So create table student. Let us have the first column of a student as ID. Data type will be integer separated by comma. Second column, name. Data type as either char, varchar, whatever you want to take. Again, comma. Third column, courses. What will be the data type for courses?
Varchar.
Varchar or char, anything. If you want to add more columns, separated by comma. But for example, if course is my last column that I want to add. So if it is the last column, you will not put this comma. Remember one thing and write somewhere if you want. If the column is the last column inside the table while using this create table command, do not specify comma there, because what does a comma means? That you want to add something more. So since that is the last column and I do not want to add anything, so I will not put this comma. I will simply close the round bracket and end it with a semicolon. So you close the round bracket and put a semicolon at the end. So what does a semicolon indicates? That creation of a table command is being completed. Have you understood this?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the description? R is a name of a relation. That means it is a name of a table. AI is nothing but the attribute name inside each of the table. DI is nothing but the data type value in the domain of the attribute. Okay, so R is a table name, A is the attribute name, and D is the data type of that respective attribute. Okay, so let us see the example. We have created a table called as branch. So what we write? Create table branch, open the round bracket. What is the first column? The first column is branch name. After that, what do we specify? We have written A1 as branch name, D1 is data type, char 15. Now, if you see what is this not null is a constraint that they have added. So we won't be adding this not null right now. We will see when we learn integrity constraint. So what you will do is after this char 15, you will put a comma. What does that comma means? That a table has one more column. Which is that column? Branch underscore city. Okay, so branch underscore city is the name of a column. What is the data type of that column? The data type is char. How many characters I can have for the branch city? Up till 30 characters. I still want to add one more column, so I will put comma. Add the name of the third column as asset. Asset is some integer value, so the data type is given as integer. Now, since this is a last column, so I have not given any comma over here. I will simply close this round bracket and I will end it with a semicolon. Semicolon is missing over here. See to it that you mentioned that semicolon over here. Okay. Is this understood how to create a table?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see. Now see, I do not have SQL software in my system. So I will be executing it on the W3 schools and I will show you. Now what we will do is, if you want to execute your programs on W3 schools, it is okay. You can execute there and copy paste your outputs on your this thing templates or experiments when I share with you. If not, you can download MySQL server. Now, since the college is not working, so I cannot get SQL server from there. So I will suggest you that until I give the software to you, you keep practicing over here only. Writing the queries are same in both. Executing the queries are also same in both. Okay, there is no difference. Okay.
Ma'am, but MySQL server is free, no? So we can download it on our
See,
own.
if you want, you download. It is no problem. Download and see. Download and show it to me once. If I say that it is correct, it is executing correct, you can continue with that.
Also, we can download the workbench, right?
So we can download.
The workbench, MySQL workbench.
You can download whatever you want to download. Just show it to me once. If I say yes, then only you continue in that. By that time, I will suggest
Okay,
you
ma'am.
to go with this only. Okay. Now see what is there in W3 schools. Some of the databases are already created. Some of the tables are already created. We won't be using these tables. We will create a tables of our own from the syntax that we have just learned. Okay. So now if you see on the right hand side, these are the tables already created by the W3 school. Customer table having 91 records, category table having 8 records, employee table having 10 records, like that. So what we will do is we will create a table of our own with our own name. Okay. So how do we create a table? What is the first syntax that we just saw, or a first line?
Create table.
Create table, table name. So let me give the table name as student. Okay. After that, what do? We open the round bracket. After that, we start typing the number of columns that we want inside the table. So let us say that I want a column called as ID, which should have a data type as int. So I want one more column after this. So I'll separate it with comma, enter. Second should be the name of the student. Data type should be varchar, char, anything you want. It should support 20 characters. So since I want one more column to be added, I'll put a comma. I'll say address of a student as varchar. I'll put the data type as varchar. I want one more column to separate it by comma. Next column that I want to add will be marks, and I will have marks as integer. Now I do not want any more columns to be added. So will I put a comma over here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll simply close the table and end it with a semicolon. When I do the semicolon or when I write the semicolon, what is to be understood that this is the last statement of creating the table. Now what will I do is I will select this and say run SQL. So can you see the table student is created over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Why it is showing records as 0? Because I have not inserted any data in the table. The table is just created. So if you click on the student, you will not get to see anything, no result. Why no result? Because there is nothing to see inside the table. So when I add the data, then only you will be able to see the table. Okay. So is this understood how to create the table?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, let us have, we'll do one thing. Let us create one more table. I have create table employee 1. Okay, employees is already there. Therefore, I have changed it to EMP1. Okay, EMP is nothing but employee. Let us have EMP. Open the round bracket. First, yes.
मैम ये सब टेबल ऊपर के ऊपर वैसे ही रहेंगे?
हाँ, ऊपर वैसे ही रहेंगे, क्योंकि वो तो उनके है ना, कुछ नहीं होगा. ये जो आप नए बनाओगे वो नीचे ऐड करते जाएंगे.
ओके मैम.
ठीक है. और अगर आपने ये रिस्टोर पे क्लिक कर दिया तो आपका बनाया हुआ भी चला जाएगा.
ओके मैम.
ठीक है. क्रिएट टेबल एम्प्लॉई. Open the round bracket. First column will be the ID. So I will write it as EID, employee ID. Data type as integer. I want one more column as name. So I will write e-name as e-employee. You can have any type of name you can give to the column. Okay. So e-name means employee name. Then this should be say character if I want 25. I want one more column as address. I will have address as varchar 25. I want one more column as say phone underscore number, phone number, which will be integer. Okay. Now this should be the last column of my table. So I will not put any comma. I will close the round bracket, end the command of create table with a semicolon. Select and say run SQL. So did you find the table EMP is being created? Again, the records will be 0. Why 0? Because I haven't inserted anything into it. So until you don't insert, you cannot see the table. So if you want to see the table, you have to first insert and then see the table. Is this clear up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us see how to add integrity constraints inside the table. So first is not null. And then we have primary key. Let us see how to add these two integrity constraints inside the table. So how we create a table? We use a command create table, table name. What is the name of a table? Branch. What is the first column? Branch name, which is having a data type as character. Second column is branch city, where the data type is char. Third name of the table, third column of a table is asset and integer. Now, why did I put a comma over here? Because I want to add an integrity constraint. Therefore, I'm going to put a comma. So when I put a comma, what is the next statement that I'm writing? I'm not adding a column, but I'm adding an integrity constraint. So what is the integrity constraint that I'm adding? I'm adding a primary key. So I will write primary key over here. So how do you define an integrity constraint primary key? Primary key, open the bracket, attribute name, close the bracket. So primary key, open the round bracket. Which column you want to make it as a primary key? It is selected as branch name. So write the name of the column which you want to make it as primary key. Close the round bracket. Again close one more round bracket. Why one more round bracket? Because I don't want to add anything more. I want to close the command there. Therefore, I will close the round bracket and end it with the semicolon. So this is the one way where you can add the integrity constraint. But what is the other way? The other way is, if you don't want to add an extra column, simply write it in front of the column. That is, if I want to make a branch name as primary key, instead of writing below over here, what you will write over here is branch name, character 15 and primary key. Then separate it with the comma. Branch city, if you want to make it not null, you write branch city char 30, not null, and then comma. Are you understanding this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So there are two ways where you can define the integrity constraint, either as a new column over here. But if you don't want to add as a new column over here, write it in front of the column so that you do not get confused. Okay. So the easiest way is to define this way. Write it in front of the column itself so that there is no confusion later while adding any of the columns or any of the integrity constraint. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what will I do if I want to add a primary key to this particular branch city? What I will write over here is, after branch city, data type as char, and then I will write that it should be a primary key. Then I'll put a comma. I will put the new column name, and then I will end the table with a round bracket and then with a semicolon. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll have a practice of using the integrity constraint in this way only. Clear? Okay. So now in our current execution, we will not add primary key and not null for now. Again, when we study the constraints in more detail, we will add at that time. Okay. So just remember how it is supposed to be added. In the same way, we are going to add more such type of constraints in our table. Okay. Is this clear up till here? How to create a table and how to add an integrity constraint to it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next topic is drop, construct and alter table construct. Now what do you mean by drop and alter? The drop table command deletes all information about the dropped relation from the database. So now what we have done is, we have created student as a table and we have created employee as a table. अगर मुझे ये दोनों table को completely निकाल देना है, so what will I do? I will make use of a command called as drop table. So what will drop table do? It will delete the entire table along with all the information into it from the database. ठीक है. तो अगर student table में I have inserted 5 records. 5 records मतलब 5 data डाला है 5 students का, and I want to remove all the 5 records. So what is the first way? Either I use a delete command. तो delete command क्या करेगा? एक record निकालेगा, फिर दूसरा, फिर तीसरा, फिर चौथा, फिर पांचवा. But I don't want to waste time by using delete and deleting the commands. Deleting the data individually. मुझे एक साथ ही सब निकाल देना है. So when I want to do everything together, or if I want to delete all the information together from the database, I make use of a drop table. Okay, so drop will do what? It will delete the table as well as a record of that table. Now what will alter table do? Alter table command is used to add an attribute to the existing relation. So what is existing relation now? Student and employee are existing relation. Existing relation means existing table. तो अगर ये दोनों table में मुझे एक और column add करना है, so what will I do? Will I delete student table and recreate it again with that column name? No. I will not create the table again. Why? Because the table is already created. So I cannot waste time in creating a table again with that new column. अगर आपको table बनाने के बाद column add करना है, so you will not delete the table, you will simply use a alter table command to add the column in the table. Okay, how is the syntax for it? See, alter table r add ad. What is that r? R is nothing but the relation. What is a? A is the name of the attribute. And what is d? D is nothing but the data type. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
So now let us see that. Alter table R, add a particular column with a data type. So let us add it in the table student first. Okay, so what will I write? Alter table. I will write the syntax first, okay, so that you understand. Add A and B. This was a syntax, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So now how will I write
Yes,
a
ma'am.
query? Alter table. Which table do I want to alter? Student. So I will write student. What I want to add over there? I want to add a new column. What is that new column? What all columns we have added? We already added ID, we added name, and we added marks and address. Yes or no? Now I want to add
Yes, ma'am.
a column called as phone number of a student. So I'll write phone number and the data type of it as integer. Since this is completed, I will end it with a semicolon. Okay, is this understood up till here how to add? Yes.
Ma'am, in this we don't have to put the circular brackets.
No. Circular brackets are used only when the table is created.
In
Okay.
alter and drop we don't use.
Alter or drop में we don't use.
Okay, ma'am.
Therefore, I wrote a syntax first. Syntax क्या बोलता है? Alter table R, add A and B. This इतना ही and semicolon. So हम भी वैसे ही लिखेंगे जैसे उन्होंने लिखा है. Okay, as per the syntax.
Ma'am, also we can put the add the line from the add to the next line, right?
Yes. इसको ऊपर नीचे आप कैसे भी कर सकते हो. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I will say run query. Did you find you made changes to the database? Did you find this?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ
Ma'am,
बोलो.
ma'am, if like you added only one column, now if I want to add two like this alter table, then how am I supposed to add?
हाँ, let us see how we are supposed to add more columns. ठीक है, और एक कोई नाम बताओ कॉलम का. चलो courses ले लेते हैं. Courses and care. एक मिनट, फोन नंबर तो हमने ऑलरेडी डाल दिया है, so we have to change this. Give me one more column name. Just remember क्या क्या डाल रहे हैं.
Place.
एड्रेस हो गया ना.
City.
सिटी, चलो ठीक है, सिटी डाल देते हैं. City as again care.
Ma'am, it is compulsory to write add in uppercase.
No.
SQL is insensitive, case insensitive, no?
हाँ नहीं, इसको छोटा लिखा तो भी अलाउड है आपको. See, could not prepare a statement. Why? Because we cannot have like this. You have to add one column individually. Understanding?
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this clear? How you are supposed to add a new column after the table is created?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
By making use of alter command. तो अगर आप टेबल बना चुके हो और उसके बाद if you realize कि मुझे एक और कॉलम डालना है, so you don't have to delete the table and recreate with that column. You can simply use a alter table command to add a new column to the existing table. Understood?
So मैम कॉलम ऐड करने के लिए एक बार करना पड़ेगा ना. एक बार में एक ही टाइम होता है ना.
एक बार. Yes. Okay. Now what is next? You can use an alter command to drop a relation also. A alter table command can be used to drop an attribute of a relation. अभी जैसे अपन ने एक कॉलम ऐड किया, वैसे ही हम एक आधा कॉलम निकाल भी सकते हैं if you no longer require it. So how you can do that? Will you drop the entire table? No. Why? Because I require the other columns of the table. I don't require only that single column. So whichever column you don't require, you just have to drop that column only. So to drop that column, what are you going to make use of? You cannot make use of only drop table command, but you have to use that drop command with the alter command. So when I say alter table R drop A, what does this mean? It will make the changes in the table with a table name as R, and it will remove the column A, whatever is the column name over here, from the entire table. Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm doing, I am making the changes in the table. What changes I'm making? I'm removing the column. So if you want to remove the column, you don't have to remove the entire table. You can use alter command with the drop command to drop that particular column name. Okay, let us see that. So this is my syntax. I will write the syntax over here. Let us see what we can do now. Alter table student. So I have given the table name as student. What I want to drop? I want to drop a column that we just added. What was it? Phone underscore number. Okay. So when I say alter table student drop phone number, what it will do? It will remove a column phone number from the table. So when I say run SQL, right? Alter table student drop phone number.
Ma'am, you specify the data type.
हाँ but बिना data type भी error आ रहा था, therefore I specified the data type. Okay, wait. Alter table.
Ma'am, try drop column.
Column नहीं है ना? Alter column
नहीं,
ऐसा.
drop column. नहीं, alter table student drop column phone number.
No, that is not like. It is not like that. If it is like that, it would have been mentioned in the this thing, syntax itself. This is not the way. But no, see. Wait, let it.
Or is it delete column?
No, it cannot be deleted. If it is drop, it has to be dropped. Let me check with it. We had address in student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Okay, let us see this afterwards. Just remind me that this is left, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is the text color? Okay, this is left. Okay, rest all is rest things understood to you? How to create and how to alter the table by adding a column? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us see the next thing, which is basic query structure. Now, whenever I use a SQL command, this is the basic thing that is required all the time. What is that basic thing? Select, from, and where. Okay. So we call this as a basic query structure of a SQL. Why? Because we require this every time and we keep on using this very commonly, and therefore it is called as a basic structure. So what is that basic structure? Select, from, where. Now, what is it telling? Select means what? Select the columns which you want in the output table. From means what? From which relation or from which table you want those columns. And where is nothing but the condition. Okay. So when I say select A1, A2, A3, A4 and all, that means they are nothing but the attributes. Then next is from R1, R2 and R3 means what? They are nothing but from the relation name or table name. Okay. And then next is where means what? It is the condition. So P is what? I'm going to write a condition over there. Okay. Or we also called it as a predicate. So A is nothing but attribute, R is nothing but a relation, and P is nothing but the predicate. Now, do you remember the relational algebras expressions that we have studied in second lesson? Do you remember? Yes or no? Are you all there?
Somewhat.
Forgot?
No, somewhat.
Somewhat. Acha. To select ke liye, we used to make use of this sign. Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
This sign was used for select. Can you see my cursor?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then for project, we used to select this sign. Yes,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
Select क्या करता था? Columns का row select करता था. Yes or no? Just a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Give me a moment. अभी क्या? Okay. So do you remember when I use select, I am going to select a particular row. When I say project, I am selecting a particular column. Do you remember all this?
Yes, ma'am.
So same for selection. Now, instead of this sign in relation algebra, we are going to use select in SQL. Okay. So when I say select A1, A2, A3, A4 and all, what are those? They are nothing but selecting of a particular column. But from the column, if I want to select a particular row, I will use this where predicate. Are you understanding the difference? Previously, select was used to select entire row. Now the select is going to select entire column. And from the column, if I want to select a value or if I want to select a row, I am going to use this where predicate. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This will get clear when we do the query actually. Okay. So let us see the example first. The select clause lists the attribute desired in the result of a query. Okay, so what is it going to do? It will select the list of the attributes. That means it will select the columns. Example, if I want to find the name of all branches in the loan relation. लोन रिलेशन क्या है? लोन एक टेबल है. अगर वो टेबल में से मुझे सारे ब्रांच नेम फाइंड आउट करने हैं, सो हाउ विल आई राइट अ क्वेरी? सिलेक्ट ब्रांच नेम फ्रॉम लोन. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if from this table, from our table student, let us take customer. अभी क्योंकि हमने स्टूडेंट में ऐड नहीं किया है तो अपन कस्टमर लेते हैं. अभी कस्टमर रिलेशन में क्या क्या है? कस्टमर आईडी है, कस्टमर नेम है, एड्रेस है, कॉन्टैक्ट नेम है, सिटी है, जस्ट अ मिनट, सिटी है, पोस्टल कोड है, कंट्री है. ऑल दीज आर द कॉलम्स. ओके. नाउ इफ आई वांट टू सिलेक्ट एनी वन ऑफ द कॉलम, say if I want to select a column country from the table customer, how will I write the syntax? How will I write the syntax? Select what is to be selected?
Country.
Country. So I'll write select country. Country. Then next is from where I have to select this?
From customers.
From customer.
C is capital.
Okay, we are not going to execute anyways. I'm just explaining you. We will execute on our table. Okay. So select country from customer. When I do this, what will be the output? It will select which column? Only country column from the table customer. Will it select customer ID, customer name, address and all?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It will select only the one which I specified. So if I write country, comma, what it will do?
It will select city and country.
Yes, it will select country also and it will select city also. Understood? So what is the select going to do? Select clause is used for selecting the entire columns from a particular relation. Understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. Let us see next. SQL allows duplicates in a relation as well as in the query result. That means I can have duplicate values. अगर उसके ऊपर कुछ constraint नहीं लगाया है तो मैं वो relation में duplicate value store कर सकती हूँ. For example, I can have Dishang staying in Thane. I can have Dhruv also staying in Thane. So can I say Thane, Thane, these are duplicate values? Yes. So I can have a column where I can have duplicate values. Now what I want to make, what I want to try to understand over here is to force the elimination of duplicate, insert a keyword distinct. अगर मुझे डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज हटाने हैं, एक ही बार उसको डिस्प्ले करना है, थाने थाने 2 बार आने की जगह एक ही बार आना चाहिए. इफ आई वांट टू डू लाइक दिस, व्हाट एम आई सपोज्ड टू यूज? आई एम सपोज्ड टू यूज द कीवर्ड डिस्टिंक्ट. सो व्हाट विल दिस डिस्टिंक्ट डू? इट विल show the repeating records or duplicate records only once. ठीक है. So when I say select distinct branch name from loan, first of all, what it will display in the output? Which column? Branch name. अभी ब्रांच नेम में से भी वो क्या करेगा? डिस्टिंक्ट ब्रांच नेम. डिस्टिंक्ट मतलब क्या? सिर्फ अगर ब्रांच नेम रिपीटेड है, घाटकोपर, मुलुंड, तो इट विल डिस्प्ले घाटकोपर ओनली वंस एंड मुलुंड ओनली वंस. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to eliminate the duplicate value and print it only once. You are supposed to make use of a keyword called as distinct in front of that particular column name. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is next? Keyword all. What will all specify? All will specify the duplicates not to be removed. मतलब घाटकोपर 2 बार आएगा, मुलुंड 2 बार आएगा, थाना भी 2 बार आएगा. जैसा है as it is आएगा. It will not remove the duplicates. So when I say select all branch name from loan, what it will do? It will give all the branch name, the one which are repeating also and the one which are written only one time also. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when I type distinct, what it is going to do? It will give me the duplicating records only once. But when I type all, it will give me the duplicate values, how much ever time they are repeating, that many times will be displayed in the output. Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, instead of writing this all, okay, let us forget all. If a column or if a table has many columns, now for example, this customer has how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 columns are there. Now, if in the output, I want to display all these 7 columns, what will I do? Will I type the name of the column separate individually, select country, comma, city, comma, customer, ID, then what is their customer name? Will I keep on
Select all or
typing?
something like that.
Sorry?
Ma'am, select all or something like that.
You cannot
Select
write select all because select all is used for what? Select all is used for the duplicate. So I cannot use select all. So instead of select all, what we will do is select star. Star means what? Selecting every column of the table. Okay. Select all is different and select star is different. Select all is used for duplicate values and select star is used for selecting all the columns inside the table. Did you understand this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So when I want to select all the columns in the output, I will not write the individual column names. I will simply say select star from customer. So what it will do, it will show me everything, all the columns in the output. Okay? Understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, what do we have is the select clause can contain arithmetic expressions also. Which kind of arithmetic operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All these can be performed on a particular table. So if I want to perform this on a particular column of a table, where will I write these expressions? I will write these expressions when I mention about the select clause. So let us see how do we do that. So when I say select loan number, comma, branch name, select loan number, comma, branch name, comma, amount into 100 from loan. What will this do? First of all, it will select the loan number as it is. It will display branch name as it is. What it will do with the amount? It will multiply the original amount with the 100 value, and then it will display the output from the relation loan. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, लोन नंबर एज इट इज डिस्प्ले होगा, ब्रांच भी एज इट इज डिस्प्ले होगा. क्यों एज इट इज? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट यूजिंग एनी अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स देयर. But will amount be displayed as it is? No. Amount original will be multiplied with 100 and then it will be displayed in the output column. Why? Because I have told amount multiplied by 100. Clear? From
Yes,
which table? From which table? From the table called as loan. Okay? We will do all this once we insert a record in our table. Okay? Don't worry, we will do all this. Next is the where clause. Now what did I tell you? Where clause is used for giving conditions. Select क्या कर रहा है? Select सिर्फ आपका column select कर रहा है. But मुझे अगर column का respective data select करना है, country column में से Germany ही select करना है. So what will I use? I will use where in that case. Along with select country, I have to use where country name is equal to Germany, like that. So if I want to give the condition, I can give the condition by using which clause? By using where clause. Okay. The where clause specifies condition that the result must satisfy. So आपका result will be displayed based on this where condition. For example, in the loan table, what I'm doing now, I want all those records. I want to find all the loan numbers where the branch name is Perry Rich and the loan amount is greater than something. Let us not take this loan ka example. We'll take our customers ka example. Now I want all the records from the table customer where the country name is Germany. Write down this query in your notebook and we will solve this. Open your books, write the question. Are you all ready? Yes or no? You're there?
Yes,
Ma'am, just a second.
हाँ, कुछ तो बोलो.
Yes, ma'am, ready.
Everyone ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Write down the question. Find all records from customer relation where country is Germany. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what should be there in the output? Tell me first. Individual columns or all the columns?
All the columns
columns.
is a country of Germany.
All the columns. So what will I write? Will I write select customer ID, comma name, comma contact name, comma address, comma city? Will I write like that?
No. Select
What
star.
will I write? Select
Star.
star. Select star. From where I have to select the star?
From
From
customers.
From customer. So from customer. What should be the condition?
Where name equal to Germany.
Where country equal to
Sorry, where
Germany.
country equal to Germany.
Yeah. Where country equal to Germany. So I write a condition by using where. So where country equal to Germany. Now whenever I insert a record, we insert a record like of characters by using a quotes. ठीक है, अगर इंटीजर है तो हम इंटीजर को कोट्स नहीं यूज करते, बट अगर कैरेक्टर्स है तो हम कैरेक्टर्स को कोट्स यूज करते हैं, सिंगल कोट्स. सो व्हेनेवर यू एक्सट्रैक्ट, व्हाइल टाइम ऑफ एक्सट्रैक्टिंग आल्सो यू हैव टू राइट the character values with quotes. Therefore I have written this Germany with quotes. Okay, let us try to see whether it is executing or not. Select star from customers. Okay. Did you see? Select star. Star मतलब हर एक
Yes.
कॉलम आएगा, कस्टमर आईडी, नेम, एड्रेस, सब कुछ आएगा. कौन से टेबल में से? कस्टमर्स टेबल में से. बट क्या होगा, सिर्फ जिधर जिधर कंट्री का नाम जर्मनी है उधर का ही रिकॉर्ड डिस्प्ले होगा. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? सो आउट ऑफ 91 रिकॉर्ड्स, कितने रिकॉर्ड्स में जर्मनी है? 11 रिकॉर्ड्स में जर्मनी है. कैन यू सी दैट?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now if I replace this, take one more query, write one more query, select city, select city from customer relation, written select city from customer relation where customer ID is 6, where customer ID is 6. Has everyone written?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, okay, what is told to select?
City.
Did I tell you everything to select?
No.
No,
No, ma'am. Only city.
So what will I write? Select.
city.
From which relation have I told you to select?
Customers.
From customers. Okay. What is the condition?
Where ID equal customer ID equal to 6.
Where customer ID equal to 6. Will I put quotes for 6?
No.
No, ma'am.
Because it is
Integer.
Integer.
correct. Will I put semicolon?
Yes.
Yes. So select and run. So the ID, where the ID is 6. What is the city? The city is Mannheim. Okay. Can we go and check this? Let us check. Go to the original database, come to ID 6. ID 6 ka city is Mannheim. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you understood what is this where clause? We are supposed to write the condition. When the output is displayed, first the condition is checked, then the columns are selected, and then it is selected from the respective table. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is this where clause telling? That we can have a comparison also. We can have this comparisons by using some logical connectives. Which are those logical connectives? Like and, or, and not. Okay. So from in this where clause, if I want to add some conditions, if I want to add some comparisons, I can do that by using these logical connectives like and, or, and not. So for example, अभी ये query में क्या किया है? I want to select a loan number from the table loan where the branch name is Perry Ridge and the amount is greater than 1200. So what I have used two conditions and I have combined those two conditions. So when I want to combine the two conditions, how can I combine? I can combine by using this operator or this connective called as and. So when I display the result of this, what will happen? क्या result आएगा? Output में कौन सा column select होगा? Loan number. जब loan number select होगा, तभी predicate क्या होगा? उस चेक किया जाएगा कि जिसका ब्रांच नेम प्रेरी रिज है और जिसका अमाउंट 1200 से ज्यादा है उसी का लोन नंबर विल बी डिस्प्लेड. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Just a minute. Let us see that how we can do. Now, what we'll do is select, write a query first of all. Select all records from customer table select all records from customer table where city is Berlin and country is Germany. Where city is Berlin and country is Germany. Write the query in your notebook. Everybody will write the query in the notebook and then I will discuss with you. Can you all write?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I share the screen? Has everyone written? I'll ask anybody, so everybody has to try this. It is okay if it is wrong. Tell me once it is done.
Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I give you 1 more minute for others to complete. (10:07) I will discuss the answer. Okay, it is already 10:07. Done? Okay. Harsh. Harsh, can you tell me what is the query? What query you have written? Harsh Rawal, are you there?
Yes.
Tell me what is the answer that you have written. It is okay if it is wrong. It can be wrong for the first time.
Select city Berlin and country Germany from customer table.
No. Select क्या बोला है मैंने? Select सब कुछ करना है. Read the query again and answer. Query वापस read करो. अच्छे से question क्या बोला है, क्या पूछा है, अच्छे से देखो. Push.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Question was select all records from customer. Select all records from customer relation where the city is Berlin and country is Germany. Okay. Kush. Kush, answer the question.
Ma'am, even I've made the same mistake.
Okay, ठीक है.
I've not selected all the things. I've not selected all queries.
अच्छा ठीक है, अभी all करके बताओ answer. I'll wait for your answer.
Yes.
Till then others, if you have done it wrong, rectify. I have told all records. All records ही बोला था ना निशित?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ ठीक.
Yes, ma'am, you told all record.
Okay. Mrudul.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer please.
Select star from customers where city Berlin and country Germany.
City के बाद क्या लिखा है आपने? मुझे पूरा syntax as it is चाहिए.
City equals to in single inverted commas Berlin and country equals to single inverted commas Germany.
After that?
Semicolon.
Correct. किसका answers correct है? Who all have got correct?
Correct, ma'am.
Okay. सच में करेक्ट ना, कि ऐसे ही बोलने के लिए ध्रुव? See, so when I say select star from customers where city is equal to Berlin and country equal to Germany. So what I have done is I have combined the two records. कौन से दो records? City and country का combination. So how do you combine? You combine by using the logical connective called as AND. So when I display the output, what do I get? I get only one record where city is Berlin and country is Germany. क्या रिकॉर्ड मिलेगा? सारा रिकॉर्ड. क्यों सारा? बिकॉज आई हैव टोल्ड स्टार. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we have one more question on this? Write the question. Select customer ID, comma, sorry, I am telling you the answer only. Select customer ID and contact name. Select customer ID and contact name using the relation customer with condition city as London, and country as UK. City as London and country as UK. Okay, 10, 11, so 10, 12, 11, 12, 10, 13, I give you time. 1 minute to solve the question.
And ma'am,
हाँ,
WT स्कूल्स पे ड्रॉप करना होता ही नहीं है. ड्रॉप टेबल भी नहीं होता, ड्रॉप कॉलम भी नहीं होता, कुछ नहीं होता.
अच्छा ड्रॉप
तो
नहीं हो
कुछ
रहा है.
इशू है.
ठीक है,
नहीं हो रहा
एक मिनट. मुझे किसने बोला SQL फ्री है? Somebody told no?
मैं आए.
Nishit, you only told. Do one thing. आप है ना डाउनलोड कर दो वो SQL server and you share it to me on the drive. I will also install it on my system and then we'll keep
Yes.
on doing on that only. ठीक है?
Okay.
For one
But
day.
the installer is 32-bit.
Installer is 32
For
bits.
down-
हाँ ठीक है, no problem.
क्योंकि पहले इंस्टॉलर डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा, फिर इंस्टॉलर के बाद इंस्टॉलर के अंदर से ही सर्वर और जो चाहिए वो सब डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं.
हाँ ठीक है. आप है ना स्टेप्स के साथ मुझे वो ड्राइव पे शेयर करो मेरे.
Yes.
I will do it on my system and then we'll continue on that only. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Till then let us do it on this for today.
Yes, ma'am.
मैंने क्या क्या सिलेक्ट करने बोला है? कस्टमर आईडी.
And contact name.
ओके. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. क्या आया बताओ मुझे. एक सेकेंड, लेट मी सिलेक्ट who will answer first. पृथ्वी.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, क्या आया?
Ma'am, select.
आवाज कट रही है आपकी.
Ma'am, network. Hello.
हाँ, बोलो बोलो.
Select customer ID,
हाँ,
comma, contact name.
correct.
Next line from customer.
हाँ,
Next line where city equal to double inverted London and country
single
equal to inverted single inverted London and country equal to single inverted UK.
सिटी और कंट्री के बीच में क्या डाला?
And
हाँ, ठीक है, करेक्ट. ओके. एनीबडी एल्स?
and semicolon.
हाँ, ठीक है. इज पृथ्वी
मैम
करेक्ट?
डबल कोट्स भी चलेगा ना?
करेक्ट.
डबल कोट्स, सी माई एसक्यूएल सर्वर में सिंगल कोट्स है, therefore I am making you learn that only. डबल कोट्स में भी आना चाहिए. I have not tried in the W3 schools. एक मिनट. Select star from this where, just a minute, where customer name है ना. एक मिनट. Let us try double quotes also.
Customer ID.
Where
And ma'am, why are these square brackets around the table name?
नहीं, वो इसका ही है, वो SQL का ही, सॉरी W3 स्कूल का ही है. अपन नहीं लिखेंगे तो भी आउटपुट रन होता है. अभी देखा ना, इफ आई रिमूव दिस, वेट, इट विल कम. कस्टमर नेम, you want double quotes ना to be checked? Double quotes ना?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, आता है. डबल कोट इज ऑल्सो अलाउड.
पता है मुझे.
ठीक है. कौन था ये? कौन था? पता है तो पहले क्यों नहीं बोला? व्हाई डिड यू मेक मी एग्जीक्यूट?
नो मैम, गलती से माइक चालू रहे.
अच्छा, हाँ, ओके, ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. अच्छा, यू वर देयर, आई थॉट इट वाज समवेयर समबडी एल्स. ठीक है. सो इज दिस अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू कंबाइन द टू रिकॉर्ड्स?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us see other record called as between. How we can use between comparison operator. Now this can be used when I have some integer value in my table. Okay. So what is happening? I have a integer column called as amount in my loan table. So what I'm trying to do over here is, from this query, when I say select loan number from loan where amount between 90,000 and 1 lakh. So what it is doing, it is going to display all the loan numbers wherever the amount is between 90,000 and 1 lakh. Okay. We will try this when we add marks in a student column. Okay. So what will be the output of this? The output of this will be, it will select all those loan numbers wherever your amount is between 90,000 to 1 lakh. Are you understanding this?
Yes, ma'am.
So between can be used with and operator also. समझ रहे हैं?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is a from clause? From clause is nothing but specifying the name of the relation. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is rename. What is rename operation? What do you mean by rename?
Change the name of the existing table. Existing column or table.
Yes, it can have a change in the name of the column or of the table. So the SQL allows renaming relations and attributes by using a as clause. So if I want to rename a table or a column, I have to make use of as clause. Okay. What is it? Old name as new name. So if I want, look at the query. Find the name, comma, loan number and loan amount of all the customers and rename the column loan number as loan ID. So what I'm doing over here is I'm trying to change the name of the column. I'm trying to rename the column name. How do I rename a column name? See, कौन सा column का नाम change करना है? Loan number को change करना है किस लोन नंबर को चेंज करके लोन आईडी रखना है. सो हाउ विल आई राइट? सिलेक्ट कस्टमर नेम कॉमा लोन नंबर एज लोन आईडी. सो व्हेन यू रन द आउटपुट, ओरिजिनल टेबल में लोन नंबर ही रहेगा, आउटपुट टेबल में लोन नंबर चेंज हो जाएगा एज लोन आईडी. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस?
मैम व्हाट इज फ्रॉम बोरोवर्स कॉमा लोन?
नहीं, वो सब बात, वो सब जरूरत नहीं है. मैं जितना समझा रही हूँ वो सुनो, पहले मैं बताती हूँ वो क्या है बाद में. लेट अस सी दिस. कस्टमर टेबल में कौन से रिकॉर्ड है? वी हैव सो मेनी रिकॉर्ड्स. ठीक है. व्हाट आई वांट टू डू इज आई वांट टू चेंज द कॉलम नेम of, say, suppose city as address. So what will I write over here? Select city as address from customers where customer ID equal to 1. What will this do? When I execute this, first of all, what will happen? City column select होगा. Correct?
यस मैम.
Yes, ma'am.
किसका कस्टमर आईडी का सिटी सिलेक्ट होगा? जिसका आईडी 1 है. सबका आएगा क्या? नहीं, बिकॉज आई हैव गिवन अ कंडीशन, जिसका कस्टमर आईडी 1 है उसका ही सिटी सिलेक्ट करो. करेक्ट. बट व्हाट विल हैपन टू द सिटी कॉलम? इट विल बी रीनेम्ड एज एड्रेस. यस और नो?
Yes.
यस मैम.
If I execute only this much, select city from customer where customer ID equal to 1. When I run this, क्या हो जाएगा? सिर्फ सिटी सिलेक्ट हुआ बर्लिन. क्यों सिलेक्ट हुआ सिटी बर्लिन? बिकॉज जिसका कस्टमर आईडी 1 है उसका सिटी 2. तो कस्टमर आईडी 1 का ही 1 है, इसके लिए उसका सिटी दे दिया बर्लिन. नाउ इफ आई टाइप सिटी एज एड्रेस, व्हाट विल हैपन? ओरिजिनल टेबल में सिटी ही रहेगा, बट आउटपुट टेबल में सिटी विल चेंज टू द नेम, न्यू नेम कॉल्ड एज एड्रेस, एज आई हैव रीनेम्ड द सिटी टू एड्रेस, and then it will display the output. Are you understanding this?
Ma'am, what if you do select address comma city as address?
Select
Address comma city as address, because address is already a column.
where किधर है? एड्रेस नहीं है ना, कस्टमर है ना अपना.
कस्टमर में एड्रेस कॉलम है.
एड्रेस है. ओके ओके, हाँ बोलो, अभी बोलो, 1 मिनट.
तो सिलेक्ट एड्रेस,
1 मिनट. सिलेक्ट
एड्रेस comma city as address,
city as
capital है. हाँ. From customers.
This I think won't be allowed because we have address already as a column name. From customers where we give one condition, okay? Where
Yes,
customer
ma'am.
ID equal to 1.
उसने रिप्लेस कर दिया.
Yes, it is allowed then. See, now we do not know whether it is allowed on SQL server or not. ये तो just online editor है. We will try all this on our SQL server only. That will be better.
Okay, ma'am.
Because as far as I know, उधर शायद नहीं होता है.
Ma'am, but it didn't print the address.
हाँ, it didn't print the address, correct. उस अपन ने address और city दोनों बोला था, but उसने address नहीं print किया. उसने सिर्फ city print किया because it got confused.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood. So we will try this on our SQL server also. Just remind me. Okay. अच्छा.
Yes.
अभी somebody was asking me कि ये borrower dot loan क्या है? Now what is that borrower dot loan? See, मैंने from में क्या किया है? 2 टेबल सिलेक्ट किए है ना, borrower और loan दोनों भी. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो अगर इसमें क्या है, दोनों टेबल में अगर कॉमन कॉलम नेम है, लोन में भी लोन नंबर है और बोरोवर में भी लोन नंबर है, so how will I differentiate between both of them? I can differentiate both of them in the select by writing the table name first, followed by the column name. Understood? So what will this line do? It will appropriately select loan number of borrower only and not of the loan. Why? Because I have wrote borrower dot loan number. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
अभी फॉर एग्जाम्पल एम्प्लॉय है, एम्प्लॉय में ऑर्डर डिटेल्स में देखने दो, ऑर्डर आईडी और ऑर्डर्स में भी ये सी नाउ ऑर्डर डिटेल्स एक टेबल है जिधर ऑर्डर आईडी एक कॉलम है, और वापस ऑर्डर भी एक टेबल है जिसमें ऑर्डर आईडी कॉलम है. तो अगर मेरे को ये दोनों टेबल पे कुछ तो ऑपरेशन करना है, सो हाउ कैन आई डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन दिस ऑर्डर आईडी कॉलम, क्योंकि वो तो दोनों में भी है. सो व्हाट विल आई राइट? Order details dot order ID comma, orders dot order ID. When I do that, what does it mean? It will select order detail ka order ID and orders mein se appropriate order ID. Okay?
Yes. And if we don't specify the second one will overwrite, right?
Second one will be overwritten. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, okay, is this understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
So what we have done up till now, we created a table. We have seen how to add a column in the table after the table is created. Then we also know the syntax of how to drop that column from the table. We haven't executed that. Alter table, drop column. After that, what did we see? We have seen how to add an integrity constraint like not null and primary key. We haven't executed that. We'll do that also. We have seen the basic structure, that is select, from, and where. Select is going to select a column. From is used to select from which table, and where is to select the appropriate row by writing the condition. Have you understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will just show you one thing before we end up, that how the table looks like after it is created. So हमने हमारा student table बनाया था. उसमें do you remember what are the columns that we added?
Address, phone number,
ऐसा नहीं,
city.
line wise बताओ. Line wise पहले कौन सा था? I think it was ID.
Email ID.
नहीं.
ID था.
ID.
Because ID.
ID था, name था, address और marks, है ना?
हाँ मैम.
हाँ मैम.
लिखो ये, लिख के रखो.
Ma'am, I guess course also.
कोर्स बाद में था. कोर्स बाद में था. वो उसको अल्टर करके किया था.
मैम एक बार सिलेक्ट करके देख लो ना. 0 रोज दिखाएगा लेकिन कॉलम्स दिखाएगा.
नहीं दिखाता है. कैसे? वही तो मैं बता रही हूँ तुमको कि जब तक आप इंसर्ट नहीं करोगे तब तक नहीं दिखाएगा. सो आई एम शोइंग यू हाउ डज इट लुक लाइक बाय इंसर्टिंग. सो फॉर इंसर्टिंग अपने को नाम
तो शो टेबल करके देखो.
नहीं होता. एक मिनट, आई विल लेट मी restore this and create it again. Forget everything. Now please somebody write create table student ID int comma name varchar 20. यही सीक्वेंस में जो सीक्वेंस में ऐड करते हैं ना वही सीक्वेंस में इंसर्ट भी करना चाहिए डेटा, तो ही वो लेता है. एड्रेस varchar 20 and then we had marks, marks, marks int last column, so close. Okay. Now if you want to see the table, what did I tell you? You can see only when you insert the record, correct? So how do you insert? This will be there in detail later, but abhi simple, just see how do we insert. Okay. Insert into command is used to insert the data in the table. Okay, which command? Insert into. Okay, insert into table name. What is my table name? Student. What I'm trying to insert some values. So I write insert into student values. Okay, open the round bracket. What is the first value? It should be
ID.
Why it should be ID? Because while creating the table, the first column was ID. Therefore, first record should also be ID. ID integer hai, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So will I put
Yes,
quotes?
No, ma'am.
No.
So let us give the ID 101. Second, what is the name? Second column is name, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So let us try with double quotes over here. Name as Peter. Close. What is next?
Address.
Let us have Thane. Then what is next? Marks.
Marks.
AP5. So will marks be in inverted quotes?
No.
Because it is
No.
integer. Sentence completed, all the records inserted, round bracket close, end it with semicolon. Select and run. Can you see one over here?
Yes.
So now select the table and see the record. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now when I say select are from student where ID equal to 1. Will it show me?
Madam, it is 101.
Sorry. Understood?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
And let us have and also. And name equal to Peter. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Select marks as, sorry, did someone say something? Let us try this. Select, first we'll try only this much, wait. Select marks from student where ID is equal to 101 and name is equal to Peter. What should be the output?
85.
Marks as 85. So when I run, we have marks as 85. Now we change the column of marks as count. Okay. No, count is already keyword. So we'll have counts. Okay. So select and run. Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So remaining part we will see in tomorrow's lecture. Okay. We still have not done with what all. I'm just recollecting. Alter table, R, drop A not done. Then distinct is not done. All is not done. Then between is not done. And this is also not done. Or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
ठीक है हाँ इसके अलावा we have done everything. Have you understood so far?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Insert into student ID, address, name, marks. क्या है ये? What is that? Varshil, एक मिनट हाँ. Insert it. हाँ, this can also be done. Varshil, ये भी लिख सकते हैं हम. But why to unnecessary write ID, address, name, marks again? वो हमने ऑलरेडी टेबल में डिफाइन किया है तो वी कैन डायरेक्टली राइट इंसर्ट इनटू एंड मार्क्स सॉरी इंसर्ट इनटू एंड वैल्यूज नो नीड टू राइट द कॉलम नेम अगेन
बट अगर मतलब उल्टा पुल्टा इंसर्ट करना हो तो इसके लिए लिखना पड़ेगा
इंसर्ट करना है तो उसके लिए लिखना पड़ेगा हाँ सो बेटर वी रिमेंबर व्हाट इज द सीक्वेंस एंड वी राइट लाइक दैट अननेसेसरी राइटिंग दीस स्टेटमेंट्स better we insert in a sequence to avoid writing this but this is also a valid way to write okay Has everyone understood up till here today? Any doubts so far?